All right, we're going to go on to 6.10, small and large percents as decimals. And this section, we're really going to be taking percents and turning them into decimals. But we're going to be looking at the very large and the very small decimals, or the very large and very small percents. So recall quickly that if I wanted to take 20% and mark it into a decimal, all I need to do is drop the percent. Then I would move the decimal point 2 points over, and I would end up as 0.2. Now this rule holds. It can just get a little bit tricky if we are talking about larger percents than others. So they give us a percent in the chapter, which is kind of cool, that if you look at the largest insect, the giant walking stick, and compare it to the smallest insect, so this a giant walking stick to the fairy fly, there is a 254,000% difference. Because the walking stick is pretty big and this fairy fly is absolutely tiny. But if I wanted to write this percent, 254,000%, as a decimal, I go through the same process that I did before. I drop the percent, and then I move the decimal point 2 places over. 1, 2. Which gives me 2540. 2,540. And this is how I would take this percent and turn it into a decimal. Now, even though there's no decimal point that we can see here, it's still within the decimal system, which can be a little bit tricky. Now, if we look at the opposite direction, if we go from the fairy fly to the walking stick, the walking stick to the fairy fly, it is 0.3937% of this size. So it is tiny in comparison. So if we want to take this to a decimal, we're going to be doing the same thing with the same problem. So we're going to drop the percent, 0.3937, and we're going to be moving the decimal point the same direction, 1, 2, which gives us 2 more zeros. So this time I have 0.0003937. And this is the decimal that I get after I turn this percent into a decimal. Because remember, I'm always moving the decimals this direction. Okay, if you feel like you get it, go on. I'm going to do 2 more quick examples. Oops, it's the same color. Example 1. Let's see, we're going to take 0.002% to a decimal. Alright, drop the percent. And then move the decimal point 1, 2. Gives us another 0. So we have 0.0002. Not too bad. One more. Example 2. We're going to take 675% to a decimal. Alright, drop the percent, 675. Move the decimal point 2 places over. Gives us 6.75 as a decimal. Oops, I was off the side. There we go. That's pretty much all we need to do for this section. Good luck.